have short hair. We all know I have short hair. I'm trying to do the sock thing where you like wrap your hair. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm gonna take this out. Wait a minute. That actually wasn't the worst thing I've ever done. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing, I haven't grabbed a jar yet, but I'm going to be putting a bunch of different book options into a jar, and then I'm going to randomly pick, and that's going to be my TBR and at least majority of the books that I read in the month of July. Regardless of what the jar says, we're reading Love Theoretically in my book club this month. This was my book of the month pick for the month of July. Tender is the Flesh. The rest of them are over here. So what we're not gonna do is talk about the fact that I haven't read this book yet. Binding 13. Put that over there. Once Upon a Broken Heart. That's gonna be one of them. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Jar. Paper. Just gonna sit on the floor and we're gonna write a list. Some of the ones that I have on my Kindle that I'm about to share with you, some of you are gonna be really excited if I pick them. Rogue by Mona Awad. This book is going to be Mona Awad's new release that comes out in September. You gotta wait till September to get it. That is so disappointing. Maybe I will just illegally take pictures of every single page and give it to you if you want to read. I'm not gonna do that, but I want to. Now I need to grab my Kindle because there are a bunch of options on there. Actually, I'll just pull it up on my phone. Okay, so the first book, maybe series, that I'm going to put in the jar, I'm wanting to read the rest of the Addicted series finally. I've only read up to Hot House Flower, but I own pretty much all of them on Kindle because I bought them. You could buy like 5 books for $25. So I'm going to add Thrive, Addicted After All, and Fuel the Fire, which is the next 3 books in the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. But I'm gonna add them all onto one. So if it's picked, I have to read 3 of them. The Bonds That Tie series. This is a fantasy series. I've already read the first 3 books in it. It's like reverse harem, fantasy, kind of dystopian vibes. I've only read the first 3. I'm gonna add Bonds That Tie last 3. So if I draw this one, then I'm going to read the last 3 books in that series. I've been putting off finishing it because the thing about the series is it's very simple and it was very, very fun at the start. It's very repetitive, which sometimes I love when books and book series are very repetitive because it kind of scratches an itch in my brain and I don't have to think. I already know what's going to happen. I know there's going to be romance specifically for this book and I know how it's going to end, but I haven't continued reading it because I wasn't really in the mood for it to be repetitive up until like a few days ago, and I was like, oh wait, I haven't finished it yet. I think it'd be fun to get back into it. And I want to find out what is going on with Knox in that series. Knox is one of the characters that's like such a red flag and is so mean, but there's got to be a reason. And I want to keep reading because I want to know why he is so mean and why everybody doesn't like him, because I feel like he's just misunderstood. But I say that about every morally gray, awful, rude character. I'm like, they're just misunderstood. There's trauma there. They just need therapy, okay? We're gonna add a Riley Sager book, Lock Every Door. It looks like this. If it gets picked, then I'm just gonna go buy it because I don't believe it's on Kindle. Lock. There's really not that many in there. This is sad. I'm just gonna add a bunch real quick without telling you so we can get a move on in this video. So I'll be right back. I added probably 7 more into this jar. I'm gonna pick 7. That's what we're gonna do. I'll definitely read more books this month, but I have to be practical. First up. Shut the fuck up. I put this one in there as a joke. I put this one in there as a joke. So the first one I picked. Jesus Christ. It's called Alpha Inmate. This is the cover. The only reason why I had this one on my want to read in my Goodreads, you've got to be kidding me, is because I saw an out of context quote or scene on TikTok. The guy in this, the MMC, he's an inmate in like a prison or something. And Ellie, I believe that's the FMC's name. She takes a job at this prison and someone like bugs her or bothers her, another inmate like does something, and the guy inmate, the MMC, like kills that person for her. You've gotta be kidding me. I'm actually really excited for this. I am. I think this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun read. This is gonna be interesting. It has horrible reviews on Goodreads. Like almost below 3.5 stars. Can't look. I just looked. Okay. Shut the fuck up. It is time. It's time. I didn't even have to fake pick it so that I could force myself to read it this month. Second book I picked, Binding 13. It's happening. Okay? It's happening in the month of July. And I think I'm about to dog sit this next week at someone's house, which means I'm going to be doing a big old bag of nothing for a few days. So maybe we'll have a readathon or something. I don't know. I think that could be fun. Oh, look. Oops. I was actually kind of hoping I wouldn't pick this one. Tender is the Flesh. This book might make me throw up, especially if it was a recommendation based on if you liked a certain hunger. I did a reading vlog on that a few months ago. That book made me incredibly nauseous, and I don't really have a weak stomach, and I feel like I can read a lot of dark things, so I am scared to read this. This will be interesting. It's only like 200 pages though, so it shouldn't be that difficult. But if it's really gory, it may take me a minute. Wait, this is fun. This is fun so far. Then She Was Gone. This is a thriller book by Lisa Jewell. This lady's daughter goes missing. All I know is she goes missing, and then 10 years later she's still missing, and that's kind of where the book is, like where the scene is set. And it follows her mom trying to find her. I don't know. All I know is it's a thriller. Just pick one, just pick one. Holy shit. This is amazing. We're gonna be reading the next 3 books in the Addicted series. I'm gonna be reading Thrive, Addicted After All, and Fuel the Fire. Maybe I'll go a little crazy and I'll even finish the entire Addicted series in the month of July. That's shooting for the moon. I don't know if we'll actually do that, but I might. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. This is another thriller about locking your door. I know Riley Sager is supposed to be a very good author. I haven't read any of his books before. My best friend Georgia, the one who picks a book for me every month, she's read almost all of his books, or a lot of them. I might be speaking out of my ass right now. I know she's read a bunch of them because when we went to the bookstore together a few months ago, she kept like pointing out all the ones that she had read by him, and she liked the majority of them. So Lock Every Door. This is the second thriller. Yeah, the second thriller. Once Upon a Broken Heart. I have not read the Caraval or Caraval. This. I heard that you don't actually have to read that series before you read this. You know, I think this is a fairy tale retelling. I also want to buy this cover if I end up liking it. I think this cover is gorgeous. I don't know what this is out of. If this is like a foreign publishing company or this is being sold. I haven't seen it in the United States anywhere, so I actually don't know. But there we go. Those are the 7 books. Well, technically 9 books because of the Addicted one that I picked, that I'm going to be reading for sure in the month of July. This was fun. I actually really enjoyed this. Maybe we'll do this more often. Physical copies, books that I have: Tender in the Flesh, Binding 13, and Once Upon a Broken Heart. The Addicted series on my Kindle. Let's see which ones I need to go buy. Thrive, Addicted on my Kindle. Alpha Inmate on my Kindle. I think we need to go to Barnes & Noble and I need to buy Then She Was Gone and Lock Every Door.